This is the 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. Is this the best hybrid trim level? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're back at Holmes Honda in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're going to go over this meteorite gray metallic with gray interior Accord Hybrid and give you the particulars. If you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link down in the description of the video to the Holmes Honda website. You'll find LED daytime running lights here on the front end and a combination with our gloss black upper grille, Honda logo prominently displayed right there, and some matte black finish with the lower grille, and then a silver finish with the active air curtains that are going to be right down here. I don't know if you can see daylight through there, but they do allow air to flow through the front end. It exits right here in case you aren't sure about that. I have people ask about that sometimes. That is indeed what those are. Safety features are very plentiful here with the Accord. You're going to see the sensors here on the front end, right here and right here on both sides. Honda sensing, adaptive cruise control is part of that, as well as road departure mitigation, collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, and traffic jam assist. And these are the 19-inch wheels, the 235 tread width, and the 40 series sidewall with your tire setup. So you'll see that we have a combination of a silver finish right here, as well as the gloss black. Tell me what you think about that. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you want all gloss black? Maybe a different color rim, different style? What do you think? Tell me what your thoughts are. As far as our side view mirrors go, you have almost everything. You do have a metallic finish, as you can see right here. Those sparkles right there is that metallic. We have the turn signal indicators built in. They are power adjustable. They're heated. There's that important safety feature I mentioned earlier. The only thing missing here is they're not power folding. They are manually folding. I don't think that's too big of an issue. And as far as your remote goes, lock, unlock, remote start, you can hit the button right there to pop open your trunk, and you hold that down. If you panic, that's the button you need to hold. It is a proximity key, and you do have walk-away auto lock. All of that is very convenient to deal with. You can change some of the settings in your infotainment screen where that is concerned. The body-colored shark fin antenna up top. Finish things off here on the rear with our taillights. Tell me what you think about this design of taillights. I know with the 10th generation of the Accord, a lot of people didn't like those, said it looked like a crab claw or a stapler, one of the two or both. Obviously, these don't look that way. When you push the button on the remote to open the trunk, here's what's going to happen. It's going to basically open as if it is a power trunk. It's just very well dampened is what it amounts to. I'll move this out of the way so I can show you some of what's going on here. But here's the thing, 16.7 cubic feet. We can maximize our cargo space by pulling on these releases right here. Now you don't have a spare tire that comes with the vehicle. However, you can buy one. There is ample room right here. There's actually a kit you can buy. You can even buy it from the dealership. I think you can buy them on Amazon and other places as well. But that is an available option for those who are interested. And for those who wanted to see cargo capacity maximized, here you go. This is what it looks like from this vantage point. And then we'll come right here and show you how it looks from the vantage point of the door right here. Very easy to deal with, and then we just push those seats back in place. And that's one reason I wanted to show you that you have those releases inside of the trunk and not on the seats themselves. A lot of the time, that's where we tend to go for that. That way, maybe we'll save you a little bit of time. Under the hood is the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It is mated to dual electric motors, and combined, all of that puts out 204 horsepower and 247 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a CVT. It is a front-wheel drive vehicle. All Accords are front-wheel drive. I know a lot of you would like to see all-wheel drive. Not sure that that's going to happen at least anytime soon. Let's see about our MPGs. We're looking at 46 city, 41 highway, 44 combined, and 2.3 gallons of gas for every 100 miles driven. Here's some information you don't normally hear in these videos, and it has to do with the gas tank. First of all, its capacity is 12.81 gallons. In the city, you can drive 589 miles on a single tank of gas. On the highway, you can drive 525 miles. What about your backseat passengers? Here's what they're going to find. Plenty of room with the armrest and with the door bin right there. We're going to find one rear seat pocket. I always wonder about that. It wouldn't be very hard to put a rear seat pocket right here as well. Interesting how that works. But the good news is that you do have dual air conditioning vents and dual USB ports. We'll also find the fold-down armrest right here with the cup holders built in, and you'll find a conventional size sunroof that does tilt and slide open, and obviously you're going to have your shade right here that you can move into place when needed. What is the sticker price on this 25 Accord Hybrid Touring? $40,395. Let's see what else you get for that sticker price. The front doors are going to have a little bit larger, or longer I should say, armrest and a larger door bin. We'll also find plenty of room within the glove box right here. That bag right there is for the wheel lock key. So if you need to change a tire and you have your spare tire that you purchased, then you can use that wheel lock key to take the wheel locks off so nobody else can take your wheels off when you don't want them to. And let's talk a little bit about our seats here in the front seat. The passenger seat is power adjustable. It slides back and forth. You can adjust the position of the seat back. Now, it doesn't actually raise up and down and does not have lumbar support, but both seats are heated and ventilated. As you can see right here, there's our 3 stages of heat, 3 stages of ventilation. The driver's seat does raise up and down, and it also has lumbar support. As far as the driver's side door goes, we're going to have our seat memory right here, controls for your side view mirrors, and then lock and unlock. You can lock the windows. You have 1 touch down and 1 touch up for your front windows, but not for the rear windows. You'll have to hold the button down to do that. You can also see another button way down there. You have to have some long arms to reach down there and get to that button right there to open the trunk. But it is there in case you were curious about that. We also have the lever right here that you can drop to adjust the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel that is also heated. And then we'll also find our paddles right here. They look like shifter paddles, and essentially that's what they come from, the same ones that are used for that in other models, but these are for adjusting regenerative braking. And on the digital instrument cluster, has a nice modern look to it. You can actually go through here and make some changes to what you're seeing. You can also change the display settings depending on how you want that to look. So, and what you want to have here as far as that goes. That's always nice to have when you're ready to go back. We just go right here, and all I'm doing is using the scroll wheel right here. So I'm going to scroll back through and just show you a few more things that are here as far as that goes. There's your head-up display settings, which I don't know how well you can see that it's here, but it is here, obviously, based on the fact that you see those settings right there. Brightness setting. So you can see what's all going on here. It's very easy to deal with. Maintenance, oil life, you can see what's going on there. All that good stuff is going to be here. And then over on the left-hand side, you can also, by the way, bring up navigation. I want to make sure I show you what is there where all of that is concerned. We can also scroll through a lot of different information here on the left-hand side. And I'm just, again, using the scroll wheel right here. If I want to select something, we can even go in here and customize the display. We can change what's here and what's not, depending on what we want to do. We can change our audio and clock. We can turn things off. Whatever you want to do, you can do that there. Very easy to figure out. The hunt and peck method will do you very well. And over here we have everything for our adaptive cruise control. You can adjust the radio, the volume, all that, the station, or whatever music you're listening to right there. And speaking of that, you also have your knob right here for turning the radio on and off and adjusting the volume. Here's where you're going to control your windshield wipers, and over here is where you're going to control the headlights, and believe it or not, the turn signal indicators are also here too. That's actually a standard feature on all Honda Accord hybrid models, whether you go with the top touring trim level or go sport. It's there. But here's something that's interesting. When you turn your blinkers on, notice that not only do you get that arrow up there, the green arrow, but you also see it blinking on the vehicle, the likeness of your Accord right there. That's kind of a cool little thing. When you put your foot on the brake lights come on. And when you go into drive, it gets down into what I like to refer to as the ready, set, go position. With the upper console, we're going to find our sunglass holder. Always nice to see that. Here's the control for opening and closing your power sunroof. That does tilt and slide open, and you can see some of the other controls and switches that are going to be here. Now let's talk about the 12.3-inch infotainment screen. Very easy to deal with. It's not complicated at all. You can change what you're seeing over here on the right-hand side by just scrolling through, as you can see, and then it just starts back over when you get to whatever you started with. That's going to be the power flow meter. And obviously, you don't have to just have it there. You can also bring it up here on the main screen, the larger portion of the screen, if you want to have that there as well. Quite a few things going on here. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone here. Obviously, you're going to have maps. Again, pretty self-explanatory. But one thing I did want to show you that's very interesting here as far as your vehicle goes. Now, you'll notice, I told you earlier, this is a modern steel metallic exterior color, but it's white on the screen right now. You can actually change that, but it's in a little bit of a strange place, not where you might expect it to be. You'll go right here to Menu. I say we will. Come on, let's see if I can get that to work for me. There we go. Need to push on that hard enough. And then body color. And you'll notice that you have all of the different colors here of the Accord. So depending on what you want to do, you can change it. Now with some of these darker colors, I find that it's, in my opinion, I'd rather have the lighter colors. It just looks better on the screen. Now the red definitely shows up very well. I like that. And here are our other colors. But white does seem to show up the best, but if you want to change it to whatever your particular Accord's color is, then that's pretty easy to deal with. And when we go into reverse, we're going to have our multi-view rear view camera. We have the 3 different views here. I would like to see Honda eventually add the same cameras that you can have on the Pilot as far as the Trail Sport, Elite, and Black editions go, where you can see all around the vehicle and you have the overhead view. All of that is there. But not yet on the Accord, maybe in the future. We also have our parking sensors, front here, rear back here. Makes things very simple to deal with. I like that. Just some simple convenience. Dual zone climate control. Easy to figure out what's going on there. You can sync both sides together if you want to. You can see what all is here. There's where we adjust the fan speed, and then everything else is there as well. USB options. And I always wonder why there's only one wireless charging pad. Since you have 2 seats up here, I think there should be 2. Just move that over to the left. You could put a second one right here. Maybe someone from Honda's listening, and you might see that in the future. What do you think about that? And your shifter right here, conventional shifter, easy to deal with. I don't need to tell you too much about that. But how about our driving modes? We just use this selector right here to go through those driving modes. There is normal. When you turn the vehicle off, that's what it's going to default back to. You also have Econ. We're going to go back up here to Sport. Obviously, you have the accompanying graphics. And then we're going to have individual mode right here. And you can customize different areas of the vehicle. Not everything has to be the same. So if you wanted to go, say, Sport with the powertrain, but you wanted the steering to be normal, well, you can leave it on normal. Adaptive cruise control, the same way. You can do a couple of different settings with that. You can use Econ or normal, depending on what you want to do right there. And you can even see the graphics that come up as far as what we have on the screen right there. Pretty cool. You can also change the look of the instrument cluster. So here's what we have where that is concerned. That's normal. And then we're going to go to Sport. I don't really know that you can see a massive difference where that's concerned, but we'll change that back real quick. See a little bit of a difference there, but not much. Cup holders right here. You can see what else we have here as far as the power parking brake goes and brake hold mode. And then a good bit of space within the center console for a mid-size sedan. One of my favorite parts about making a video with one of these Accords is the test drive, because it's so much fun to drive. When you look at a mid-size sedan, you don't necessarily think sporty and enjoyable. You might think of more of a bland driving experience, but that's definitely not the case here. And something that's very nice to know about is the fact that even at higher speeds for long periods of time, you're still going to have solid gas mileage numbers. I've been given that information by people who have actually driven these Accords on roads around Dallas and places like that, where they're driving at a higher rate of speed for a longer period of time and still maintaining some very solid numbers as far as gas mileage goes. Some of you can probably share that information down in the comments, whether it's been really impressive or maybe not so much. Tell everybody what you've experienced down there. I'm always curious to know. The ride quality is good. It may not be Cadillac smooth, but it's not the most bone-jarring experience you're going to find either. I'd say it's closer to the Cadillac than it is to the bone-jarring experience, if you would like to know my thoughts where that is concerned. Great handling characteristics, and it's just overall fun to drive. Very tight turning radius, helpful for those situations when you're in the tight confines, a lot of congestion, whatever the situation is with that. And something else that's very nice here is the ease of learning and using the technology. For those of you that maybe haven't had an infotainment screen like this, and you might say, man, is that too much? Am I going to use everything? You'll use more of it than I think you would expect if you're that person asking that question. And another major question to be answered that a lot of people ask is, how comfortable are you in the driver's seat depending on your height? And I've had it asked a couple of times about, what if you're over 6 feet tall? Yeah, you definitely can adjust the seat and the steering wheel to be very comfortable, and everything can be set adequately if you're over 6 feet tall. Somebody can probably tell us in the comments section about that too. But what about the person who maybe is 5 feet tall? Same thing applies there. You can adjust everything so that it's to your liking, you're comfortable, it's easy to see. But obviously you have the addition of all those great driving aids such as blind spot monitoring to help you out. But one way or another, I think it's a very well-rounded vehicle. I feel sure that the driver's seat will be comfortable for a long period of time. Unfortunately, I never get to drive longer than maybe 10 or 15 minutes in one of these vehicles, and so it's hard to say for sure, but that's where all of you come in. You can tell us down in the comments section what that experience is like for you. And there it is, the 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. Is it the best hybrid trim level? Tell me what you think down in the comments section. I want to say a special thanks to my friends here at Holmes Honda for loaning me this Accord for the day so I could tell you all about it, and a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.